Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the Irish Hotspur, here to deliver you some scout reports on the channel. And I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything, and I do apologize. Just very busy over on the main channel, the Irish Hotspur. But here it is from De Bottom Duda. He's requested that we take a look at Beto, the big, tall Udinese striker, Portuguese international, and he's been scoring for fun at the moment in time. Less than 500 minutes played, but 5 goals so far, which is a pretty impressive record. So let's see what this guy's all about. Don't really know too much about him, which is why I absolutely love this channel. Sometimes you guys can tell me who you've been kind of keeping an eye on, someone that's maybe caught your eye, then I can take a look at them and see what I think as well. And then we can all sort of collaborate on it. But let's see what Beto is all about. Born in Lisbon, Portugal, 24 years of age, big, tall striker, like we said, 6 feet 4 inches, 1.94 meters, not messing about there. 11.7 million pound evaluation according to Transfermarkt. I could see him going for around 15 million pounds, and the team that is interested in the Premier League is Everton. So let me know what you think of that. It could make sense considering Dominic Calvert-Lewin, always so injured, never really available, but he is that big, kind of tall, athletic sort of specimen that they've been using, and they've relied on him for that, but he's never been available, always on the injury table, and it seems like maybe they're looking at someone who can maybe be a bit less injury prone and sort of replace that kind of athletic output, as well as just that sort of menace like ability that Calvert-Lewin had. And I think Solomon Rondon has proven to probably be a bit past his sort of due date when it comes to the Premier League. And then Neil Mopai can only do so much, I feel like. So this sort of rumor that Beto is rumored, or at least Everton are interested in him, I think actually makes a lot of sense, at least on the surface level, makes some sense. But let's take a look at not just the stats here, but maybe take a look at or not just the background, take a look at the stats here. And I decided to not really rely on FBref for this one because less than 500 minutes played is not really a big sample size to work with, everybody. So in this one, we're going to maybe look at 4 games in which he did score. And those 4 games are where all 5 of his goals have come from this season. He has 1 goal against Monza where he had 3 out of 7 aerials won, 1 key pass, 1 shot. Very clinical with that 1 shot there. Against Fiorentina, 5 out of 7 aerials won. Absolute menace he was that game. You can tell 1 key pass, 2 shots there. Again, proving how clinical he is because he's not getting too many shots per 90, but he is able to bury them by the looks of things. Sassuolo, 2 goals there, 1 out of 2 aerials won, 0 key passes, 3 shots, and that was a substitute appearance there, everybody, and he got a brace in that substitute appearance, if I'm not mistaken. Against Hellas Verona, another substitute appearance, he grabbed a goal, 3 out of 5 aerials won there, and then 2 shots, and apparently he could have grabbed another brace. I think he missed a big chance in that game too, according to SofaScore. So those are some of the games that he's played so far this season. You can tell from that he's a menace in the air. You can tell that he's able to take the chances when given to them. He doesn't need too many shots in order to bury it. Probably also shows that maybe some of these chances are very high quality chances, ones that the average guy should bury. But let's take a look at the highlights, and it's been a while since we've been able to do the highlights, everybody, and I don't really know too much about Beto, so figure we just kind of respond to some highlights, take a look at that, kind of get on out of here, kind of like the old days with these sort of scout reports. So let me know what you think of this so far. Hit that like button, especially if you do enjoy the highlight reactions. But let's see what Beto is all about, everybody. Oh, loving, oh, beautiful strides. Loving seeing a big man running like that, especially with the quick ones as well. Very surprising to see how quick he is. And what's also really fun, everybody, is like the likes of Gerard Deulofeu, playing alongside him. That Udinese team, I think the past like 2 or 3 seasons has maybe gone a bit under the radar. Wow, he is very quick, you can tell. And look at those big long strides that he has, almost kind of like Erling Holland-esque, those big long strides. But Gerard Deulofeu playing alongside him sounds like a lot of fun. Former Watford player, very, very tricky, as we know. Beautiful switch of play, absolute gorge. But I feel like teams like Udinese, especially with Rodrigo de Paul, in the past, and Udogi's there right now, who's having a great season. They've just been a really fun team, maybe secretly these past 2 or 3 seasons. Of course, I'm not really as much of a Serie A expert as others, but I really have been probably taking notice of the fact that Rodrigo de Paul was one of my favorite players from that Serie A season. The likes of Udogi, who we all are very excited about as Spurs fans. That is a wonderful finish, I must say. But on top of that, they just seem to be exciting brand of football. They're doing really well this season too, Udinese too. So there's something to be said about that. And probably also why maybe also people are interested in Beto is because he's been able to score the goals with very few minutes played, but also is playing for a team that's playing very well at this moment in time. And actually, I think they have a few Watford players, former Watford players, over at Udinese. I think it's also Isaac Success is there as well, alongside Gerard Deulofeu, which is very interesting. But I am really liking this guy. I mean, you can tell how pacey he is. Look at those big long strides as well. Very unselfish from the man too there. But look at these, like, just, yeah, it's just so long and powerful. And the way he runs is very, like, Holland-esque. It's very low to the ground, but has those really big, powerful, strong strides. And it's not like he's taking a bunch of, like, short little steps. Like, look at that. He's just taking such huge strides. It's absolutely crazy. So you can tell that he's actually probably uses his pace more than anything. He definitely has a lot of strength, and he has no problem using his strength by looks of things. But I'm actually more surprised by this guy's pace. Definitely very impressive. Great finish there as well. Oh, lovely. Beautiful bit of strength there. Uh-oh, near post, I imagine. There it is. Emerges like a phoenix rising for that one. Always knew it was going to be the big man showing at the near post for that. Oh, beautiful touch there. Just look at that stride. Oh, showing him the weight room. Oh, and he just buries him on that touch as well. I mean, what a menace. He's going to scoot past him here. See ya. Oh, beautiful. Oh, sir. Gets a bit lucky there. Oh, what a scrappy goal. What a scrappy goal there. Not very pretty, I must say there. Not very pretty at all. Oh, beautiful. Bit of the donkey skills. Bit of the donkey skills there. Oh, nice. Nice. Ugly step over. You gotta love it. I'm loving this. Like, these are some of my favorite types of players. Nothing I love more than a big number 9 who doesn't mind throwing his weight around, doesn't mind, showing a bit of pace, a bit of bravery as well. Loving these, like, oh, wow, it's just blazing by Callahan as well. Callahan used to be very quick. He's really, really old now these days. So, but, I mean, that's pretty impressive. Wow, look at the strength he can show there, too. Absolutely loving it. I'm loving these just, like, oh, I mean, they all want a piece of him there. They all want a piece of his kit. It's just loving these big, long strides that he takes on top of the strength. It is very Holland-esque, I must say. But, I mean, and also kind of Holland-esque with sort of their touch. Like, their touch, they go for these big, powerful touches ahead. But Holland never really was known for these sort of, like, hold-up play in this sort of fashion, I must say, where he seems to really enjoy this type of hold-up play. And he absolutely threw that man to the floor there. Love to see it. Sir! Beautiful touch there. Oh, he's galloping. Nice little tap in, left-footed as well. You love to see it. Gerard Deulofeu. But yeah, I'm kind of liking this guy. I think this is a fun player to keep an eye on, especially this is a very unique sort of player as well. Like a big, tall number 9 that seems to have a bit more pace than your average big, tall number 9 as well, which I think could be a fun one. Certainly a very, very fun one. So there you are, everybody. Let me know what you think of this one. Certainly a very good player. Certainly somebody I'm pretty impressed with. Thank to Bottom Duda for this one. I think this was a fun video to do, a fun guy to take a look at. So everybody, thank to Bottom Duda in the comments, especially when you see him in the Irish Hotspur live chat for this one. Very fun. I'm very interested in him. I could see why maybe Everton would take a look at him, especially because, like I said, with that whole kind of Dominic Calvert-Lewin situation with the injuries, he seemed like a guy that'd be able to fit in there quite perfectly. Has a lot of athleticism, big, huge stride, good finish as well. Obviously can make do with the chances given. Bit more hold-up play than I actually expected, and also has no problem trying to spin his man and get something going. A very unique sort of number 9, someone that I'm actually didn't really know existed right now, to be fair, and I'm actually very happy that I got to see him because you don't really get to see players a lot like that. So there you are, everybody. There is Beto. Let me know what you think of him, and let me know whether you even think Spurs or maybe other clubs that you think in mind might or should take a look at him. But that'll be all for now, everybody. Hit that like button on your way out, and I will be seeing ya.